Hi guys, welcome into Total Football for another week. You're with me, Liam Hyslop from stuff.co.nz, the football writer there. I'm going to take us through a little bit of All Whites today, a little bit of Chris Wood, and then sort of move on to the Wellington Phoenix as they progress through their pre-season. But first of all, back to Friday night, where the All Whites were comprehensive winners really against the Solomon Islands. They managed to get up 6-1 in what was one of the more impressive performances from the All Whites in Anthony Hudson's tenure. That game really featured what was quite a poor Solomon Islands team, I thought. They were worse than Fiji, they were worse than New Caledonia, which are the last two teams the All Whites have played from Oceania. They sat back far too much. Their defensive line and their midfield line were out of sync. They were all, they were in each other's faces, or then they were too far away. They left gaps in between. They came out not as a unit. They pressed one or two people at a time and left gaps in behind. And then they made just easy mistakes. It was surprising as well because they had 2 months to prepare for that game. They played 2 games against Fiji. They should have had, at the very least, their organisation correct, but they didn't even have that. But to the All Whites, and let's just focus on the positives because there weren't really any negatives apart from giving away a penalty. And really what you take away from it was they finished their chances. They took their shots and they put them away, and that's what you have to do. That's what they were lacking a little bit in previous games, even at the Confederations Cup and the lead-up games, is that they had chances, like little half chances here and there, and a couple of really good chances, and they just didn't put them away. And if they had put them away, it would have been different games when they're over there. I suppose the other thing from the All Whites to take away was Chris Wood. He's just a star now, isn't he? Hat-trick. He's almost a bigger draw card than Winston Reid because he is a goal scorer. They both play in the Premier League now. Hopefully Chris Wood can start starting for Burnley. He came off the bench in their first game before he came over at Wembley, scored a goal, cracking goal as well. Great first time finish. And he's just a guy who seems like he's got a lot of confidence about him at the moment. He's a guy who seems like he thinks he definitely should be in the Premier League. That's his level right now. And that's massive for a striker. Strikers need that confidence. They need to think, yeah, I'm one of the best strikers in the world. I'm one of the best strikers in England. I should be there. I should be that guy. And that's going to translate to on the field. That leads into what we're going to expect in November. And these little chances, or these clear-cut chances, we're only going to get 1, maybe 2 of them in a game against what's going to be the 5th place South American team. So they need to be put away. Unfortunately, we've got no idea who it's going to be. It could be any one of 6 or 7 teams at this stage. Argentina are currently 5th, but you've got Colombia, who are only 4 points ahead of them, and then you've got Ecuador, who are only 4 points behind. This was as of last Friday. There's going to be a couple more qualifiers on Wednesday. But even then, we're probably not going to know who's going to be the team until the very last day, and that's going to be in October. So still a lot of water to pass under the bridge there. Me personally, I wouldn't mind seeing Chile play, because they've got Alexis Sanchez and I'm an Arsenal fan, but that's just me personally. Who would you guys like to see? Who would you be your ultimate South American team to play against? A lot of people would say Argentina because they want to see Lionel Messi play, but would you prefer to see like a Peru or a Paraguay, because it's going to be an easier task for the All Whites? I suppose from there we roll into the Wellington Phoenix, who are also a reasonably key cog in that All Whites setup, although not as much as they used to be. They sort of only have Andrew Durante, Michael McGlinchey and Tom Doyle as sort of regular starters who you think would be All Whites now. And that's because they've taken a different path with their recruitment this year. And instead of replacing Costa with New Zealand player, they've brought in an Australian, and Dario Vidicic. And that's a good thing, I think, because he's a guy similar to Nathan Burns who went to Asia, hasn't really been seen for a couple of years. He's a bit older, and probably still has a point to prove. He probably still definitely wants to make the Socceroos at some point again. And he's seen that Nathan Burns sort of pathway through there where he can have that sort of season with the Phoenix and can use that to springboard to bigger and better things. In addition to Vidicic, they've had Andrea Kalajirovic join as their target man striker. He's going to be their number 9 up front. He seems a good player. He's got a decent goal scoring record. If you're knocking 1 in every 2 games at the level he has been over in those sort of 3rd tier European leagues, I think that's good enough to come over and really make an impact in the A-League. All you really need from him is 10 to 12 goals. And then you've got Roy Krishna who can bang in half a dozen to 10. Vidicic should score a few. Hopefully McGlinchey's chipping in with a few more this year. And Guy Fankler with his free kicks, and if he's fit throughout the season, he should be chipping in a few. So I think there's a good setup there. And then they've also signed Ali Abbas and allowed Louis Fenton to leave. It's a really good move and probably a key one for the Phoenix, because now they've got cover and competition, more importantly, at left back for Tom Doyle. That left back position is no longer Tom Doyle's to have. Ali Abbas has been a top left back for Sydney FC for a couple of seasons, and I think he can really push Tom Doyle at that position. He also offers cover at left midfield and left wing, And their pre-season is progressing quite well at the moment. They just had a 4-0 win over a Capital Select side at Wicker Park in Raumati. But the real big week of pre-season comes up next week for the Phoenix. So they travel to New South Wales, they play a game on Sunday, they play then a game the following Wednesday against the Central Coast Mariners, and then the following Saturday against the Newcastle Jets. So they've got 3 games in the space of 6 or 7 days. And that's going to be their big sort of load week. And they finish off the pre-season with a couple of games against Team Wellington. So I think we're going to learn the most about them from next week and how they're going to go forward. I think they're going to improve the most from there. But at this stage, the signs are looking positive for the Phoenix, I think. The new coaches have really got them already with quite a good understanding of how they want them to play. That's really important for the Phoenix. It's going to be an interesting season. They're a good shout for the top 6 again. I don't want to start predicting them just yet because you just never know with the Phoenix. I mean, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. I mean, do you think the Phoenix is going to be competitive this year? Are they going to make the top 6? Can they make the top 6? Anyway, guys, that probably wraps us up for the day. If you like what you've seen, or you want to know more, or look at some of our other videos, subscribe down below, give us a like, let us know what you think, and we'll see you next time on Total Football.